Yo, what up you guys, MxgicIQ here, and today we're going to be talking about the top 5 missing things from CarX Street. These are going to be things that are existing in DRO, as everybody's calling it, or Drift Racing Online currently, that we just simply don't have in this game for some reason. It's a lot of features that honestly would keep the game more alive than it already is. I feel like the views are slowly starting to fall off on Twitch and YouTube in general for a lot of content creators, so I just want to make this video as a good recommendation for them. I saw the category for CarX Drift Racing actually doing better than Street the other night for the first time in a little while. That could be because it's obviously not out on consoles yet, and a lot of people are still on console when it comes to CarX Drift Racing, but hopefully they release Street on console soon. I am hosting a drift comp if you guys want to get involved. Discord will be down below in the description and in the pinned comment. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We're just going to get into talking about this right off the rip though, not trying to waste any time. Let's get straight into it. So number one, we want to talk about the camera settings for first person / spectator mode for free cam, and the speed and jolt settings, as well as all these missing settings here. As you guys can see, this is the camera mode inside of DRO with all these settings, and this is the camera mode inside of Street. Very disappointing on this side. Honestly, not many settings. They said they added more camera settings this last update, added something that's completely useless, which is the free cam is not even adjustable at all. It's just something inside the still cam, which is a bunch of these angles, which are completely unnecessary. We want all of this stuff for the free cam, as well as being able to actually follow other cars inside the lobby by selecting the player list like you can in DRO. We want a spectator mode. We need a spectator mode in order to run stuff for you guys like drift comps, since you don't have it in the game already. And we need to be able to look left and right inside of the first person camera, as well as be able to adjust the first person camera inside of the car, the cockpit view. Obviously we need to be able to adjust this because the longitude does affect my driving on wheel, and the ability to look left and right as far as possible will make it easier to get doors, as well as you would be able to in real life, as the game has no VR support at the moment. But this is very, very crucial for first person driving in my personal opinion, and will make the game a lot cleaner and a lot smoother. If we could get the same kind of height and adjustment settings for third person, that would be preferable as well. But honestly, I like the third person cams. You guys can feel free to let me know what you guys think about them down below in the comments, but personally I like them. Right now we also need, I believe this falls under the camera category, we need time of day static choices, because honestly this moving time of day stuff just doesn't look very good. Need for Speed has something where you can actually adjust the time of day manually to yourself, and it will be specific to your viewpoint. If somebody wants to run the game in daytime and you want to run the game in nighttime, you can do that with no problems on the server end. I don't know how that works for them, but I know the rotating time of day sometimes can be different between players, so I don't see why allowing us to select would be an issue. Honestly, I'd run the game probably almost 100% at nighttime, unless we're doing a daytime cars and coffee meet kind of thing. But I think it would look way cooler if we could adjust based on our preference, if there was just a time of day slider or something like that. And number two, this is pretty basic, but all the missing cars from Drift Racing Online really need to be imported, because honestly we just don't have much of a selection in terms of, the car list is very nice, don't get me wrong, but we're missing a lot of cars from Drift Racing Online that you guys already have the assets for, and you obviously didn't update a lot of the car models, so you might as well just import them over. But I did hear that's being worked on, so I'm not going to leverage on that too much, just something I wanted to throw in there. We also need better wheel settings. A lot are missing. As you guys can see here, I actually went into the settings in DRO and showed you the controller and wheel settings that are missing. A lot of things like the vibration, just a lot of different settings here. As you can see, we can't even select the rotation of our wheel on DRO. All we can do is do button assignments, and then even then I think there's some access problems for some players and their equipment. So hopefully we get that fixed for the wheel players. I know we're not that big of a priority to you guys, but I really hope you prioritize wheel players and understand that we would like to actually play this game with in-depth settings and be able to adjust, because honestly the experience is just nowhere near the cleanliness, I guess you could say, I get with DRO. But it is nice, it's not terrible, but I would like an improvement. My wheel is shaking for a ridiculous amount. It shakes ridiculously on this game in comparison to Drift Racing Online. Now when we're talking about settings, I also want to talk about the tuning settings. There's a lot of depth missing. As you guys can see here in DRO, once again, you guys can actually adjust where your wheels are turned to, so you guys can see exactly what you're adjusting, and also you have fine tuning available. Currently in CarX Street, you have to go ahead and click all the way to the left and all the way to the right in order to unlock fine tuning, essentially to be able to perfectly put it where you want it to be. in the settings, whereas this option should just be default. We shouldn't have players getting confused as to why when I make drift builds they can't hit the same exact numbers on the camber as I am, because that is not easily done. Honestly, most people probably think that these big jumps are all you can do in terms of adjustment, and therefore you're going to have a lot of separation in tuning, whether it's racing and things like that. Obviously the brake adjustment, a lot of people have been telling me about the brake pressure not being able to go all the way down and all the way up. I think a big problem is steering angle. I actually don't mind the brake pressure too much, but I have heard it a lot, so I hope you guys adjust that. And also there's no ABS option in this game whatsoever, just traction control. Just wanted to note that as well. There's also, so obviously the visible aspects, we talked about the fine tuning not being available off rip and being confusing. Also, I wanted to make a suggestion, which would be tuning tabs. So in a game like Gran Turismo, there's something called drift tab, race tab, etc. In a game that has racing, drifting, drag racing, all this different stuff, you should probably have different tabs for the player to be able to cycle through, as well as different settings for maybe different tire types. So say I want a setting for Street Plus or street tires, I would be able to run that. I bet the counter argument to that is, well, why don't you just get multiple cars? Well, the reason is your game's super expensive still to upgrade stuff in, which I don't have a problem with, but the rewards in my opinion still aren't fulfilling in terms of gold when everything costs gold in order to max out. So hopefully that's adjusted soon as well, or you'll just have this problem where players continue to cheat. By the way, there's probably already a workaround for the unlimited NOS thing you quote unquote fixed. Hopefully you fix that again. So anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, I think all cars should be able to go to 65 max steering angle degrees. I don't think there should be a reason as to why a car can't. Every car has angle kits that you could probably get this to, whether it's custom fab, wise fab, things like that. You should all be able to get all your cars to a max steering angle. There should not be a limit as to what your car is limited to, as some cars can get more steering angle than others. Okay, now we're going to get into the customization options. If I miss anything, guys, by the way, feel free to go down below to the comments. Let me know what I missed. I'm trying my best here, but there's so much stuff missing, honestly, from this game, and I don't want that to take away from the fact that I absolutely love CarX Street, actually more than I love DRO. I love the graphics, I love the physics, just there's a lot of missing aspects that would make the game so much better off rip. Now getting into customization options. Obviously, livery editor. We need livery editor. Also, we need to be able to see others' liveries, because if you release a livery editor and we can't even see other people's liveries, because right now we currently can't see other people's mystery cars, which makes no sense. I don't know how that's not in the game already, but that needs to be fixed like ASAP. If I have a car that I worked hard for and I got top 100, top 50, top 10, and it has a livery on it, other people should be able to see that work that I put in, but they can't currently see that. It just looks like a normal Porsche, a normal Sylvia, a normal 300ZX to everybody. So you guys need to fix that immediately. There is absolutely no point to grind for those cars if they just look like regular vehicles to everybody else. As well as the livery editor, we want to show off those liveries. We don't want to just have them for just ourselves, even though that would be nice. I would like other people to see my livery. For example, if we have team specific liveries for the teams that we create, that would be very nice as well. Hint, hint, I think you guys should add a clan or team tab somehow. I don't know how you would do that, but that would be really cool to see, and it would make this game a lot more fun. And team events, team tournaments, things like that within the game would be very, very nice. You could easily do a leaderboard with points and adjustments and things like that. I think that would easily be possible. But back to the customization, the ability to paint / equip different front and rear wheels needs to be available. I don't know why this is available in your old game and not available in your current build, but that's just one thing. I would like to compliment you guys on the lighting for turning down the brightness of the headlights as well as the underglow. I think that's a very cool thing. I think we should be able to tab on and off the underglow. If we should be able to turn off the headlights, we should be able to turn off the underglow as well. It'd be very cool for during the day, turn off the underglow, nighttime, turn it on, because I actually think it does look pretty cool at nighttime. I'm usually against underglow, but honestly it looks pretty cool in this game, specifically when you're going through like mountains and things like this. It looks very, very clean on screen in my personal opinion, but during the day I just want to turn it off without having to go to the tuning shop. That'd be very, very cool. Or if we could just again have a daytime, nighttime static choice, I think that should be definitely available. And as far as customization options go, you guys, honestly, that's all I have so far. If you guys have more suggestions and things you think they should add, please go to the comments, let people know, let your favorite content creator know, let your friends know to come to this video and put their support for the game and what they think should be added to it down below in the comments. This is the only way we'll be able to talk to the devs. Hopefully they see this. I see they actually watch YouTube videos. We don't really get responses in the Discord, etc. I don't feel like they're very responsive or communicative there or on Twitter, so hopefully hopefully this video gets out and is able to do something. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. They've done a lot of updates, but there's a lot more that needs to be done to this game, and it's as simple as importing stuff from your old games, which I don't know why a bunch of games are just releasing without the settings from the old games. Honestly, if you don't have a finished game, don't release it. That's my personal opinion, especially when these things are available on mobile. I've actually heard that mobile's camera, mobile's livery editor, all that stuff is out and already great. So hopefully you guys are able to implement that into this game. And the last thing I wanted to say is, instead of trying to get rid of all the mods and things like that, I know there's the infinite speed and unlimited NOS stuff, that's annoying, but honestly, in my opinion, you should just make a moddable branch for the game and just let the modders take over. They will make your game 10 times better than it already is, and it is amazing, trust me. I think it's actually a great game, but just let the modding community do their thing, and you guys won't even have to do much. Release the livery editor, fix some of these key things like switching different wheels between the front and rear, and then just make a moddable branch and let the community go wild, because they've already carried DRO for this long. You might as well let them do it again and release the game on console within a reasonable time frame. All right, those are my last few notes. It's MxgicIQ. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share this video for a lot of support for CarX Street, man. I really hope this game improves moving forward. We're going to continue to support CarX Street here on the channel, but we are going to be starting to play other games as well in the near future, just because honestly, as a content creator, I got to do what I do for content, and this game currently isn't getting it done on the YouTube side of things. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's MxgicIQ. More cinematics to come. Make sure you guys check out my old cinematics, and I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.